Now we have a very exciting story. You may have seen the recently released animated movie, An American Tale. Well, the producers have started production on their next film and have hired a deaf animator to join their staff. That man is here to talk with Jane Norman. But before we meet Mark Fisher, we want to show you a short cartoon that Mark produced himself to promote a film that he hopes to make someday. An animated film that will feature deaf characters using sign language.
Hi, I am Freddie Fish. I am deaf like some of you. I have been here for a long time. I have seen many things grow, such as trees, flowers, and animals. They are all growing with sun, water, and food. Characters in the animation world have been growing also, with support from you. I can grow too, with your support. My dream is to act in a movie.
That is unusual. Really very exciting to see the signs and the expression. He looks just like he's deaf. Congratulations. What is that part of the process called?
The first step in making an animated film is called the pencil test. That's for the animator to see if anything needs to be revised. If it doesn't need to be revised, then we go ahead and color them by painting the cells. The pencil test is done on paper. When we color the cells, we use a clear plastic sheet.
What does it look like? Did you bring an example?
Yes, I have a color cell of a character here.
Oh, I understand. You have the color cell, and then what is the next step? Shooting the picture? How do you do that?
To film them, we have a movie camera, 16 millimeter, 35 millimeter, or sometimes 70 millimeter. That one is 16 millimeter. The camera is on an animation camera stand, which shoots down onto the image rather than from the side. It shoots 12 to 24 drawings per second. You can see that this is done in the classical animation style, like those made at Disney Studios and the new Bluth films. That's who I'll be working with. Bluth. Classical is the most vivid type of animation. Almost everyone is drawn to and identifies with that style. What you see on Saturday mornings is what is called limited animation style, due to economics that emphasizes dialogue over the artwork. In the classical style, both the story and the art are important.
So now you're working as a professional animator for a professional animation company called Don Bluth, as we see from your hat. Would you explain to us how you got that job? I think it would be an interesting story.
Because of that film, the one you just saw, right now I'm in a training program. Even though Don Bluth doesn't understand sign language, he could understand that film. It was obvious that I did very well, and that there's a reason for each of the movements of the character. Again, it's very vivid.
So, you went on a tour of his studio, Don Bluth's studio. While you were there, you had an opportunity to show your film to Don Bluth and his two partners. They fell in love with it, and that led to you getting a job in their training program. Then, how long will you stay in their training program?
Well, there is Don and two other bosses, 3 altogether. How long I'm in the program depends on how fast I animate. If I do 15 feet of film per week, I'm a pro. Right now, I'm doing 4 feet a week. Now the company is in Ireland. They moved last Thanksgiving. It was primarily for economic reasons that they moved.
Why did they move to Ireland? You mentioned economic reasons. Where is most animation work done?
Well, for Saturday morning shows, most of the animation is sent overseas to reduce the production costs. We don't want that. We want our group of people to move over there to work on the film.
Do you mean you'll be staying in Ireland for the next several years?
That depends. Perhaps until Freddie Fish lives on TV.
So, now you're working as a professional animator, and on the side you're working on your own project, developing the character Freddie Fish. What do you hope this will lead to, and what did you mean by live?
On TV. Right now, one of my 3 bosses has been reading my stories and suggesting some changes. Mr. Eric Malsgren and I have been developing a story, so I'm working with that boss. It takes a long time to create a strong story. I believe it will take 6 to 12 months to finalize it, and then the company will help me find the financial backing. But really, it's largely up to me to make it happen.
So how did you get into this? Did you start when you were small?
I've always been fascinated by Disney's animated films. At Gallaudet, I thought about doing animation, but no one could tell me how to do it. So I just dreamed and talked about animating until my senior year. Then I found out how to go ahead with my idea.
Okay, I want to wish you good luck. I understand that you're going to Ireland with your girlfriend for a while. So, much success, much luck. Take care, and I hope to see you when you come back.
I gotta go and rehearse for that movie. See you soon. Bye.
I really can't wait until we have the chance to see Mark Fisher's work in the theater.